Hey, welcome back to Scare Talk. I am Danny and I'm here with Katrina the Connector. And we've got jacked up Joel.
Hey guys, what's up?
There's some jacked up scenes in this one.
There are.
And characters are connected. So,
Yes.
that one was pretty lame. Today, we are finally, after years and years of anticipation, going to talk about Final Destination Bloodlines.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is the sixth Final Destination film. Joel, you've been talking about this one for the last
For like
years.
3 years. This has been on my most anticipated list for like 3 years.
Yeah.
So,
Finally,
was it worth the wait?
Well, we're not talking about it yet.
I gotta know. Do you feel like that? Just that? Was it worth the wait?
Absolutely not. No, no, it was. No, it definitely was. It definitely was. But we're not talking about it yet.
So. Okay. So
we'll
who's in it, Joel?
So this one stars Caitlin Santawana. She is Stephanie Reyes. I've never heard of her, so I think she's a fairly new actress. Teo Briones is Charlie Reyes, the brother. And then we got Richard Harmon as Eric, who is my favorite character.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he was great.
One that I actually have some questions about his character-wise, but we'll get to that in a little bit there. Because I don't understand.
I might be able to answer.
I don't understand parts of what's going on with him, but writers, we've got Guy Busick, who is part of Radio Silence, and we got Laurie Evans Taylor and John Watts, who is also a director. He directed the last 2 or 3 Spider-Man movies for Marvel. And then we've got directors Zach Lipovsky and Adam B. Stein.
All right.
Know about those guys, but yeah.
So, the next installment in Final Destination. Here's the plot. Plagued by a recurring violent nightmare, a college student returns home to find the one person who can break the cycle and save her family from the horrific fate that inevitably awaits them.
Oh, man.
All right. So, of course, make sure you're subscribed because you want to see when we drop new episodes. If you're subscribed, it'll show up on your feed. And if you click the bell, you'll get alerts when we drop a new episode, and you'll want to get those alerts. We have some recent episodes that are trailer reactions for upcoming horror films. Clown in a Cornfield just did that one. And so, yeah, go check out our YouTube channel. And also, we're going to stay away from spoilers, which is going to be kind of difficult because the big spoilers are the big fun parts of this movie. So
this is one that you want to see on Patreon.
Yeah. Patreon.com/ScareTalk, where we get to talk about all the fun different scenes that you can expect from a Final Destination film. Okay. So this one's a little different than the pretty much all the other films because it doesn't go by the same formula. It's a little bit different when it comes to Bloodline, rather than just an event where
premonition.
Where people were supposed to die and they didn't die, and now it's this group of like 5 people that are going to be killed off one by one, like the other films. This one has a little twist to it, which was cool. I liked this. It kind of brings the Final Destination and like death curse like global. It really spreads it out rather than just focusing on these few characters. We still have just a few characters to focus on, but the idea of the Final Destination franchise, it goes really far. With this. So I thought it was a cool way to expand the franchise, and you could definitely like do spin-offs based off of this.
Oh yeah.
You really can. You can, yeah.
You can go on forever.
You
with
can
this.
extend this franchise just from this movie alone
Yeah.
for several more movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
Wait.
favorite part, I'll tell you right now, Tony Todd.
Yeah. So it was so eerie to have Tony Todd in the part that he was in and saying the things that he was saying.
Yeah.
After his passing.
Yeah.
Like it was so. Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I was just gonna comment on that. I guess the director wanted him to like speak speak from his heart, speak from himself, and not read from the scripts about like his final things that he was saying. So the final stuff that he was talking about was from Tony Todd.
Yeah.
And not
that's
from the
really
scripts.
cool. That's really
So-
that's even cooler to know.
Yeah.
Because it felt like it. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
it felt like, man, he feels this.
Yeah.
You know, like that's what I was
Yeah, this is
thinking.
deeper
Because
than
you
the
can
movie.
tell,
Yeah.
like you can tell he's not the same Tony Todd,
Yeah.
you know, in that movie.
Yeah.
And so it was like, man, like he really felt this part.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so that's cool to know that it really was Tony Todd talking, not
Yeah.
the
Not the
more
scripts.
What was his name? Blood something.
Blood good, blood
Blood
Yeah.
something.
blood yeah.
Bath. No. Yeah, blood good maybe.
I think
Yeah,
it's
I think
blood
you're
good.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
you're right.
And it makes his character make sense throughout the entire franchise.
Yes.
Yes.
Like, of course,
Yes.
he would be a coroner. Like, that's just
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Of course,
Yep,
he would
it
work
did.
with dead people. Like,
And you called it.
Yeah.
You called it pretty early.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
During the
was-
premonition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was
Oh,
gonna
nice.
happen.
Yeah.
So, of course, we have a number of kills in the movie. Some of the best. I think this movie has the best collection of kills in the franchise because other films have good kills, but it's not the entire movie. I feel like this entire movie had fun, unique
Mhm.
kills, and not just the kills, but the events
The
leading
add up.
it.
Yeah.
Leading to
Yeah.
it, I was on edge. I was like,
Mhm.
because there was a lot of fake outs.
Yeah.
So there was a lot
Yeah.
of like, oh, it's gonna happen like this. Oh, nope, it's gonna happen like this, and it was like, what's gonna happen?
The trailer took away from one of the most on edge scenes.
Yes,
And
I'm
that
glad I
was
didn't watch
disappointing.
the trailer.
Because I feel like I wasn't as on edge as you because I knew what was going to happen with, you know, some of the stuff. I knew how it was going to play out. And that was unfortunate because that was such a good scene. And if they hadn't given that away in the trailer, it would have been even more fun.
Yeah.
Are you talking about a certain family gathering?
The barbecue,
Of sorts?
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Didn't
that's
wanna,
the
like,
main
actually say
thing. Yeah, that's the main thing that the
Certain
trailer
family
showed,
gathering.
you know?
Yeah, he was one of my favorite characters, and up until that point too. I liked that character. Like,
Yeah.
he wasn't in a whole lot, but and after that, it was Eric.
Yeah, Eric was awesome.
Eric,
Yeah.
I think, was a
He
fan favorite.
brought the comedy
Yeah.
for
Mhm.
sure,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and the other brother too.
Oh,
He
yeah.
I
had
liked him
a
too. Yeah,
couple of lines that were
Mhm.
pretty good.
Yeah,
The way that they tried to cheat death has been used in a different movie.
Yes.
And that bothered me
I
because I was like, that's kind of what we've already done. You know, not that
Yeah,
they know
but
this,
it's what was used in another movie and then turned out to not even be real at all. If you're talking about the same movie I am.
I'm talking about a Final Destination movie.
Oh, I thought you were talking
Another
about in
Final-
another.
No. They
okay.
tried to do it in a
I
different
didn't
Final
remember that it was in another Final
Destination.
Destination.
Well,
It
there were-
reminded me
there
of
were-
Smile.
Oh, okay.
there were two things that was talked about that were used in different Final Destination
Okay.
movies. They didn't do one of them, at all in the movie.
That
but it was talked about.
Yeah.
And they talked about how it doesn't work.
Mm.
Well, no, it worked.
Only for so long.
Yeah, you take.
So, it only prolongs it. It doesn't actually work.
Well, yeah, you take the person's life though. Like you take how much longer they're gonna live for. So you're not gonna live forever. You're not gonna live forever, but you're gonna live for as long as that person was gonna live for.
Yeah, I remember now. Okay.
that was part of another one of them.
Yeah.
And
that
but
wasn't
that was
in this movie.
It was,
but
the joke that
baby,
was done was hilarious.
Did I give it away?
Yeah. And yeah, there's some good lines. Like I said, it had some comedy, but it made sense.
It was hilarious.
Well, the kills were so over the top and funny too.
Yeah.
But even the dialogue between the characters was good.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
Which is unique to this film in the franchise because
yeah,
there's some exposition and interesting dialogue sprinkled throughout the franchise. This one had dialogue that pushed the story forward and actually made you care about some of the characters.
Yeah,
it really helps to have. Well, it helps to like the majority of the characters in your movie, and I liked most of them. I don't really think there was a certain person that I just didn't like at all. But also, it helps to have writers who know how to write comedy. And Guy Busick has been Scream, Ready or Not, Abigail. There's comedy throughout all those movies.
Yeah.
And so it helps to have writers who are good at what they do.
So good. It was so funny. I was laughing so much in this movie. Probably more than what the rest of the theater would have appreciated. And probably at some parts not parts that were necessarily laughing parts, but it was, oh my gosh, it was so funny. I was having the most fun with this movie. I've been wanting to go back and see it every day.
Yeah, it's definitely got some of the most outlandish setups for kills. There's a certain medical device.
Oh my gosh.
That was my favorite kill, probably.
Of course. It had to be.
It was the most elaborate and extended.
Well, right when we saw, we're
pants.
Oh man, Danny, you're gonna be traumatized.
His pants.
Oh my gosh.
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So there's, as you can tell, we're having a good time talking about it. It's a lot of fun. Eric, as Joel said, one of the best characters in the franchise to me. There isn't a lot of memorable characters.
There's really not. Most of the people in these movies are just
to die off.
They're just to die. Yeah. I don't really care about most of them.
Yeah.
So
Devin Sawa, Tony Todd.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
I would say, and maybe it's too soon, but I would say I think this is probably my number one of the franchise.
Well, we'll have to rank them.
We will.
I think we did a ranking.
We did a ranking for 1
last
through 5.
year.
Yeah,
I think. Was it last year?
Yeah,
probably.
I think. So.
I think we did them last year.
Yeah. So we'll have to go.
I can just fit this
back on that. Yeah.
Right up there, and then I don't have to worry about everything else. Just bam.
Yeah.
I can't imagine this not being my favorite. It was so much fun, and I liked the newness of it. I mean, I think this is the only. I don't know. Did I see the first one in theater? Maybe I did, probably. But I don't think I saw many of the other ones in theater. This one was so much fun to see in theater, but I don't know. It just had. It was just so fun.
I remember. I think I've only seen one of them in theaters, and that was The Final Destination. I saw that one with my dad.
Oh,
It
is
was
that
like-
the 3D one?
Yeah, that's the worst one of the franchise. That's the only one I've seen in theaters.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was.
I saw that one in theaters too. I remember
Okay.
with the race car.
Yeah,
premonition.
NASCAR.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Uh-oh.
That's so random. Like usually you play on the fears of people. You know, like you got the airplane, you got the roller coaster, you got the traffic jam, you got the bridge collapse, and then a NASCAR event.
You don't
Like-
think that's a fear in a NASCAR event?
No. Are people really scared that cars are going to crash and tires are going to fly into the?
I don't know about tires flying, but I think you,
and the whole
as you're
thing
sitting,
collapsing.
no, not the whole thing collapsing, but as you're sitting
That has
there
happened 0
and
times.
watching a NASCAR event, you are scared about like cars crashing and like there being like a blow up or whatever. Like cars
Are you scared of
blowing up.
it like killing you?
I don't know. I don't know if
I mean,
I've ever been scared of like
Actually
a
getting hurt at
repercussion
one?
of it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's always a fear when you go to a like.
Is
Please
someone
don't,
gonna?
please don't
get
let
hurt
me
during-
crash.
if you're
or-
close enough to like the I don't know, it's like explosion, but the crash, shrapnel could get to
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, exactly.
The entire
Exactly.
place won't collapse and fall apart because of a car going out and crashing.
But maybe that's what people are scared of when they sit in those kind of stands. They're like scared, like, what if everything just fell apart right now?
Yeah, I don't know.
How
That
many
was a
other
weird.
like big fears are there?
Yeah,
To feed
I mean
off of?
this fear for this
The one
catastrophe
here?
this was
Yeah.
pretty. Yeah, this was.
is
That was legit.
heights.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know,
that was a
fear of
legit
heights.
one.
Mhm.
It's an interesting building to construct. I don't.
We
I
saw
would
it drop.
never
We saw
go
this
there.
building once this year and drop.
What?
That was the restaurant.
Oh, is it the same thing?
Well, it's not the same thing, but the same
Oh.
type of like
Yeah,
restaurant.
same
that's,
I
type.
like-
100% said that to him when it was on.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
but I didn't.
Yeah.
I
think it
thought you were
was-
gonna say you didn't remember that.
Oh,
you're
no,
like,
no.
oh, was that the same?
I just thought maybe it was the same exact set because they did
I mean, it
build that
could have been,
forward
but-
drop.
Yeah,
But
but
anyways,
I've never been in one of those places before. So it
Yeah.
seems I'd go.
Oh, me too.
but with the dance floor like that,
a glass
that's
dance floor.
crazy.
Yeah, that
That's
is a little
crazy.
ridiculous.
Yeah, but isn't that exactly what you would like want though? Like, I mean,
I wouldn't.
but the thing is like, think about it. Like, it's like,
I mean, you're just gonna trust it, right?
yeah, like it's like the people who want to walk across those like glass bottom bridges that are like that you can see how
Mhm.
high up you are and whatever.
I would give
Yeah,
it a
but they're
couple
not,
years.
like,
I wouldn't.
Stomping and
I wouldn't do that at a grand opening.
yeah,
Like that.
Yeah,
In
In hindsight,
with loud music and
Yeah.
and really, all of it wouldn't have been an issue if the little piece didn't
Little
fall off the
penny.
chandelier.
oh yeah, that yeah. All the
But
stuff.
we're spoiling.
we're
Just one
talking
scene.
very
We're just-
cryptically. So
Yeah. So
it's a cool concept for some event to be prevented, so then everybody and all of their families are now on death's list.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I loved it. I'm hoping. Well, it did make a lot of money.
Yes.
So
Yes.
we're a couple
And wait
days
till I
out
tell
of
you about the reviews.
scores. Okay.
Yeah.
We're a couple
Mhm.
days out of the weekend, or one day out of the weekend of
Yeah.
the opening weekend, and it's made over 100 million worldwide
Yeah.
on a $50 million budget.
It's made more than I think it was Final Destination 5 made in its entirety.
Wow.
I know
Yeah,
it made
versus-
more than Sinners.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah,
Okay.
at least for opening weekend,
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
because Sinners didn't even hit its budget in opening. weekend.
No. it
Yeah,
didn't.
but Sinner's
Yeah.
budget was way higher, wasn't it?
I think it was only 80.
It was
Oh.
80.
I don't think it was way
Oh,
higher.
okay.
I mean,
I
that's
thought it was
still
like
another 30 million.
90
but-
or 120. But
I know one. Oh, sorry.
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I know one of the complaints that a lot of people give this movie is the CGI blood.
Yeah.
It's Final Destination.
How else are you gonna do these things?
That's the thing. I mean, they in the first couple, I think most of it was practical, but like
Yeah.
or through
They weren't as
this one,
elaborate.
But at
Yeah.
the point
But-
that you're at the 6th movie, like you got to get pretty crazy with it.
yeah,
And you can make it
how
look good.
You can. It was definitely CGI, and there was a couple of like parts in it,
Yeah.
but overall, it was actually like done really well. I thought. And the thing with that, I usually have a problem with CGI blood. If you take your movie seriously and you're like a legit like horror movie, like you're going for scares, you need practical everything.
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
have to go. You're going for realism. You're not getting that. You're not doing that in a Final Destination movie. Like that's just what you're doing. So it's like
Exactly.
it doesn't bother me with movies like this. Like I loved the CGI blood in like Renfield. I thought that was so over the top
Yeah.
and just CGI heavy,
Yeah.
but it wasn't taking itself seriously.
Yeah.
And that's the point of like that's the difference between a movie like this or like a Nosferatu. You can't have CGI anything.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
that would be so weird to see. Like,
yeah.
It looks so fake.
Yeah. And I've heard from several people on like the Facebook places that were like pages that were on.
Yeah.
People have been saying that this movie was like really stupid and like really dumb, but they're not fans of the franchise at all. You have to be a fan of this franchise. Yeah, you have to be a fan of this franchise. This is not going to be the one that gets you into this franchise.
No.
You have to already be in it, or you're going to think this is the stupidest thing ever.
Yeah. I mean,
like,
if you don't like Final Destination movies, there's no reason to go see Final Destination 6. Like, and they're definitely like, you have to like that kind of movie.
Yeah.
It's not made to be taken seriously. It's not like it's a fun, crazy, over the top movie. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like being on a ride.
Yeah. A roller coaster.
Yeah.
If you're a hater of the Saw franchise, Saw 6 is not going to get you into the franchise. It's like
yeah. So
but yeah, I just saw a couple people like post on that and find out that they're not even fans of the franchise. Like, okay, what are you doing? Like, why?
It's like,
why are you even talking? Why are you paying money
here?
to see this movie?
Yeah. But thanks for paying the money because
you're helping make more of these. So thanks.
Yeah. Without Tony though.
Yeah. Well, there was 2 that he wasn't in.
Yeah.
2 of them.
He was just a voice.
He was a voice in 3, the roller coaster.
They can probably do like AI voice for him at least at this point.
Yeah. Maybe someone will get a phone call and it's Tony Top.
They'll have a dream.
I'll be seeing you soon.
Helen.
Yeah, maybe he's deaf now.
Yeah.
He's turned
takes
into
over the Reaper now. Ooh, that'd be cool. Too bad he can't actually say it himself though.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about critics.
Okay. Rotten Tomatoes.
Yes.
The critics, the tomato meter, gave this one a 93%.
Nice. I saw there was a lot of like advertisement, 93% Rotten Tomatoes. Mm-hmm. So I'm happy to see that hasn't changed.
Yeah.
That's
and awesome. The popcorn meter, this is like a new popcorn. It's not just a bucket of popcorn, but it is hot popcorn.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And so it's at an 89.
Have we seen that in any of our reviews? Like hot popcorn?
I don't remember it.
Yeah, you've mentioned it before.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
and
hey, go back and listen and see if Danny's right or if I'm right.
Yeah.
Lately, Danny's always right.
And if you get 95 or over, then you get a hot buttery popcorn.
Oh wow.
I
can't
completely
wait to
made that
review
up.
that.
Completely made
Oh.
that up.
Oh,
That's if you get
I'm getting
100.
excited.
I completely made it up. If you're gonna get under 50, you get a spilled popcorn. If you're gonna get under 20, then you get kettle corn.
Hey, I like kettle corn.
You just lost the whole entire.
You just lost all our kettle corn fans,
Yeah. All right, IMDb, what do we
including
got?
me. Goodbye. Okay.
Yeah, and Joel's logging off.
I like kettle corn too.
You wacko. IMDb gives it a 7.1.
7.1. All
Okay.
right.
Yeah, they could.
Hopefully
they could
that
really
doesn't
improve.
go down too much.
Yeah.
No, it should go up.
Maybe.
At this point, it probably won't go up, but
Letterboxd.
Oh,
Never
That's a
heard
good
of them before.
we haven't done.
Gave
I
it.
have a letterbox. I haven't used it in a while, but it's fun.
3.4 out of 5.
Okay. Huh,
And
that's low.
Yeah, that is kind of low.
yeah. And Fandango gave it an 89.
Okay.
Wow.
I feel like Fandango and the popcorn meter are the same.
Yeah. All right.
So
What
did
about
we
us,
give
though?
it?
Katrina, let's have you go first.
Oh man. Okay, I give this a 98%.
Okay.
Wow.
This is probably one of my favorite movies. Like I said, I've
Higher
been
than
wanting to see this
Sinners,
like
I
every.
think, for you.
Is it? I thought I gave Sinners 100.
I don't think so.
Did you?
Oh, because remember we were
We gave
talking
Fear
about.
100.
Oh, that's the first one. Me and my crazy.
I'm just
favorites.
kidding. I don't think you did. It was high though.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, I didn't want to give it 100, but I was trying to decide which is going to beat out the other with
Yeah.
Sinners and this.
Yeah.
But the problem is like
We're only in May.
I know, but here's the thing: I don't know how much better it's going to get because I left this movie so happy. Just like
Watching all these people just
I get
killed in all
murdered.
these crazy ways. I'm so happy.
I was cracking up the whole movie. It's not very common that I'm like laughing out loud, like really reacting.
I feel like horror is the new comedy.
Yeah.
Genre.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like there's been more horror comedies that have been funnier than straight comedies
Yeah. I don't really
in the last
watch.
like 10 years.
I mean, when do we ever watch anything other than horror though? But
well, there's nothing else to watch.
They really don't make comedies anymore. Like it's
Yeah.
hard to make a comedy these days
Yeah.
without offending somebody. So it's
Yeah.
that's true.
they typically stay away from that. So
Yeah.
horror kind of has to be the new
Yeah.
comedy. It's just,
Yeah. And it was, I mean, I don't know. It is just ridiculously fun. It is so just everything.
Mhm.
Okay. So
Almost a perfect movie.
we're gonna. Oh wait,
Man,
we didn't
that's-
give our
that's on the
scores.
Yeah,
poster.
you got to give your scores.
That's on the poster. Almost a perfect movie.
Almost.
Okay, I'll go next. You said 98.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm gonna go 90. I'm gonna go 90.
Oh
Oh
gosh.
man.
You
I
like Clown
loved
in a
it.
Cornfield better than this?
No, I
You
said
got, like,
87.
90.
Yeah.
Clown in a cornfield.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they don't have to listen to that one now.
Anyways, that's not what they're wondering. Nobody cares when we actually score things. Well, I loved it. Had a great time. I'll probably watch it quite often. I'm reserving the 90s for like horror icons, like scary, like things like that.
All right, whatever.
And it's still in the 90s, so
Yeah. Okay. Joel?
I love this movie a lot. I was in the same boat as Katrina when this movie was over. There was a, this doesn't happen that often, but it does happen sometimes where I'm like, I cannot wait to talk about this movie.
Yeah.
And so I was feeling that like the entire, I don't know, at least about an hour after watching this movie.
Yeah.
I just had that kind of like reaction out of me, and that's not a reaction that I get very often. I love talking about movies, but it's just never really like hits me immediately that I want to talk about this right now.
Yeah, I totally had that too. I was like, I can't wait to talk about this.
So yeah, it is my third favorite horror franchise of all time, and this definitely pretty much solidified that it's number 3. I don't think it's gonna. My 1 and 2 are Scream and Saw. I don't see it reaching those levels, passing up either of those movies, but I can't see anything beating Final Destination as my number 3. So it's a fantastic franchise, minus one of them. And so it's the thing is, as much as I love the other ones, I don't know what I gave the other ones. But I'm gonna give this one a 94.
All right.
Yeah.
Very nice. So this is Scare Talk approved. For sure.
It is. Yeah.
Go out and see it in theaters. I think it'll be in theaters for a while.
I'm gonna go see it at least a few more times.
It has made a bunch of money, and so I think it's gonna. It was in 2 theaters at our movie theater on Thursday.
Yeah.
Wow.
So like the day before, and it was like afternoon.
Multiple showings.
Yeah, it was like afternoon up to through the night. Usually the Thursday night ones are like 7, 10 o'clock. Like it's just 2 showings, 1 screen. Mm-hmm. This one's got some hype behind it, and some I think it's gonna last a little while in the theater. So go see it while you can.
I would definitely. I don't have one of these in my theaters, but if you have an IMAX, I'd definitely watch it there, because I feel like some of it would be really cool to see in IMAX. So
yeah, that'd be awesome.
Some of what happens in it.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Maybe we'll do that this weekend.
Bigger screen.
Yeah.
Louder.
Biggest screen in town.
I was thinking sit in the D-box seats.
Oh.
Yeah. Maybe when people are falling out of the seat.
Oh my gosh. That would freak me out. All right, guys. Well, we loved it. Go see it. If you're not subscribed to Scare Talk, please do that now. Please follow us on all our social media platforms. We're on everything. And go to patreon.com/scaretalk so you can stay with us and listen to us talk about the different kills and some of the funny moments. Otherwise, we will see you next time.